Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am here finally with the YouTube earnings update for the full month of February 2018. I had to think as to what year this was. Some of you probably thought I wasn't doing it because I had said I'll be ending this series, but I'm not ending it yet. I think I'll do March also. The only reason I'm this late with it is because I had a fabric frenzy and that just took up all my time. So I do have the stats for you, and let's just get right to it, shall we? I will be letting you know some stats from previous years. That's the way I've been doing it when I do the full month. And I was going to say, I don't know if I'll do the half month since we're almost at the half month, but I guess I will. We'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. And I probably wouldn't mind continuing this series if I had something new to tell you guys, but there's just nothing new. So many things stay the same. And, you know, I'll think about it because I did get, you know, several of you, and you're like, I want you to keep this series running. And you know, maybe I can just rethink the series and come up with something else. Not take you to the computer. I don't know. That part takes extra time to do and extra editing. I don't know. We'll just think about it. I'll think about it while I'm on vacation in Memphis, because that's what I like to do when I'm gone. I like to dream about work. Especially when I'm on the plane. Videos. I uploaded across all that I do a total of 52 videos. 13 of those were Patreon exclusive. And I've got some funny shit on there, so consider checking it out. 11 of them were for my ASMR channel, and 28 of them were for this channel, my public YouTube channel that you're looking at right now. And those are the only videos that count in these stats. Subscribers, I did pretty good. Oh, in January, I uploaded a total of 61 videos. February, I got 4,095 new subbies. Do love. That brings me to a total of 43,292. I think that was as of yesterday, because that's when I did the stats. In January, I got 3,698 new subscribers. So that went up, geez, by a nice chunk. Over 300 new subbies more than the month before. And that rhymed. Views. In February, I got a total of 440,177 views, as opposed to January, I had 430,717. So that's up a little tiny bit. Watch time, February, 3,282,700. And in January, it was 3,176,456. So just up by a little bit on that. My retention, the same, 44%. Gender, 11% boys, 89% girls. And that's down a little bit. The full month of January, I had 13% boys, 87% girls. Shares, I had a total of 2,882 videos shared from inside YouTube. That has nothing to do with people sharing on Facebook. I mean, if you're in YouTube and share to Facebook, that counts. But if you see one of my videos on Facebook and share that, that doesn't count. Shares in January were 2,476. So that's up a little. Sharing is awesome. I love it when you share my videos. End screen. 2.84% of the elements that appeared on my end screen actually got clicked, as opposed to 2.78 in January. So up a tiny little bit. I'm always like right around there, so I don't know if that's normal or high or low, but that's my norm. Traffic. Suggested videos was 63% for February, and it was 62% in January, so pretty much the same. Browse feature, 17%, 17% for January. And my search was once again in third place, and that also stayed the same, 4.2%. So that means 4.2% of the people who watch my videos found me through search. And I think that's low. And I don't really know what people would rather have. I think it's really cool to be high in suggested videos, because that means YouTube is putting it out there for others to see. But it would be really cool if you're high in search. That means that what you're putting out there is something people are really searching for. So that's also super cool. I don't have people searching for my stuff that much. Playlists. My videos appeared in 8,986 playlists. Awesomely. As opposed to 7,380 in January. So up. Revenue went up. Even though my stats didn't really go up too much, like my watch time didn't go up much at all. In January, my revenue for the entire month was $997.74. And in February, it was $1,380.40. I was so close to 1,400, and I was so sure I was going to make it, but the month started to go down on me. So I knew, I was like, I'll probably come under, and I did, just under. But that's only 28 days. If we would have had a 30-day month, I would have I would have totally made it to 14, and a 31-day, that would have been a bonus. So I'm all happy with that stuff. Let's do the countries, and then I will show you the screen, and then we'll come back and do the stats from the olden days. Countries. US, UK, Canada are my top three as always. US got 73% of the watch time. UK 8.6, Canada 6.6, Australia 2.7, India 0.9, Germany 0.5, South Africa 0.5, New Zealand 0.5, Ireland 0.4, and Malaysia 0.3. And my bottom 5 countries were, fifth from last, Poland, and then Myanmar. Geez, I'm not going to look it up. I tried hard to write it where I could read my own handwriting, but I can't. I think it was Myanmar, something like that. And then it was in parentheses, Burma. So I don't know if that means it's changed its name recently, but we'll go with Burma. And then third from last, Vietnam, and then Indonesia, and bottom is Singapore. Singapore sling. And, oh, my states. Top 5 states, Texas, 8.8% of the watch time, California, 7.8, Florida, 6.1. And I noticed that was the same top 3 as last time. I haven't been paying attention to know if that's the norm. Ohio is in 4th place with 4.4, and then Michigan, 4.3. My home state, Maine, is in 20th place, do not like. And then my bottom 5 states are, I must be Delaware, 0.3, Vermont, 0.3, South Dakota, 0.2, Wyoming, 0.2, and rock bottom is Alaska with, I just put point, I didn't put a number. I'm so good at this. Okay, let's go look at this, the screen, and we'll just see what videos performed well. You can see we are looking at February 1st through the 28th, 2018, and this is what my line looks like. You know, it was a little bit exciting right here. Ooh, I even had a couple days in the $60 like that, and then, you know, just all over the place, and yeah, not that great. And I'll tell you, March is starting out lower. I even have a day in the 30s, or maybe 2 days in the 30s. So shit happens. Let's go down and see what's going on. All right, still the 1 hour rag quilt. That's the pink guy. Well, when I want to show you something, I can't. That one. And that has earned over $200 in 1 month. And then another quilting. Those are my earners. Yeah, this personal update, that's been spit out, I guess, by YouTube, because I have a lot of new comments on that. I hate that. I hate when old stuff, personal stuff, comes back to haunt me. But hey, if it makes me some bucks, I don't care. And then more quilting, tote bag, all that stuff. And let's just scroll down. I'll let you look at that for a little bit. And I want to show you something. Hang on 1 second.
I am mega excited to report that one of my videos has now hit over $1,000 in earnings. And look, I have another one very close. Don't I wish I had a whole long line of those? This was the first video, this ridiculous watch me cut my hair. This was one of the, well, it was the first video that got a lot of views. And, you know, it has only earned $400 now. At one time, you know, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it would be earning like, you know, $50 per month. And it was very exciting. But now this Quilt As You Go with sashing really, you know, surpassed most of my others. And then it's the glass pendants that's next. And then How to Quilt As You Go by Row. That's my mother's quilt. It made a nice chunk of money. And then there's the hair one. This is the one that's popular right now, so I don't know if it will ever surpass any of the others, but that's the one that's kicking butt at this moment. And so, you know, that's just over the lifetime of my channel, which I started in August of 2014. Okay, so let's go back to the camera.
So that was pretty cool. $1,000 video. Do you know how many people have videos that have earned thousands and thousands of dollars? It must be so cool to be at that level. I just think that would just be so cool. Anyway, I'm glad with what I'm doing. I really am. So here are a few stats from previous years. February 2017, that's a year ago. My channel was almost 2.5 years old at that point. I had a total of 6,674 subscribers total. That's not what I got in that month. That's what I had total. And I have 43,000 now. So in 1 year, I went from, you know, under 7,000 subscribers to over 43,000 subscribers in 1 year. I think that's pretty good. I do work hard, and some people work way less hard as I do. Is that the right sentence? Some people do not work hard. And they flourish. I don't know if it's a matter of luck or they just really know what to pick for a topic. But again, I'm happy that at least my hard work is paying off somewhat, so I'm good with that. My revenue for the month of February a year ago was $277.57. And if you've kept track, things can change since when I did the actual report for that month, because things usually go down a little bit for me after it gets to, by the time it gets to AdSense. So again, in 1 year, my revenue went from under 300 to almost 1,400 for 1 month. So that's pretty cool also. 2 years ago, when my channel was almost a year and a half old, I had a total of 1,000 phone. That's phone hair, because I go like this when I'm on the phone. Okay. Oh, well, I need these, don't I? Let's get back to it. I've been on the phone for a little while, so I think I remember where we were. I was telling you, yes, 2 years ago, for February of 2016, my channel was almost a year and a half old. I had a total of 1,250 subscribers. So you can see that from year 16 to year 17, I mean, I didn't have a big jump in subscribers, but that is the year that I started to grow. I went from 1,250 to 6,674 in a year. And my revenue for February of 2016 was $45.35. And I can tell you, I'm sure I was really happy about that. And that's a channel that was a year and a half old, so you can see it's very slow growing. February 2015, my channel was almost 6 months old. I had a total of 280 subscribers, and my revenue was $9.77. Now, if you have a channel that's 6 months old and you don't have 280 subscribers, don't feel bad. I did have a following in my coupon world. That's what I was doing for my business then. I was a coupon blogger. So when I started YouTube, I did have an audience who came and subscribed. You know, not a lot. I had a lot of people who followed me on my blog for my coupon deals. At the time, I was getting about an average of 7,000 to 8,000 views per day on my blog. So that's a lot of people. And you can see that, even 6 months in, I only had 280 subscribers. And I say only because out of all the people I had following me, that wasn't a lot of subscribers. So it's hard to get subscribers. It really is. But I would say now, a channel that is 6 months old, if you don't have a following to begin with in some aspect of your online career, if you have 20 subscribers in 6 months, you're doing something right. At least you're getting some subscribers. So that's really all I have for you guys. And, I will say that some of the feedback that you guys give me about whether or not you want me to keep this series going, people don't realize the things they say. They think that they're making a good point to benefit, themselves. And it actually helps me to make the opposite decision. And it involves Patreon. I'll have people who say, oh, I love this video series so much. I love it, love it, love it. Don't stop. Please don't stop. I've been following you the whole 2 years. Please don't stop. And then I say, well, I could do it on Patreon at the $1 level, and I could keep it going. Oh, no, I don't want to pay for it. They think that means they're trying to explain to me, keep it free. And I had somebody say, no, keep it free. And what I hear from that is, it's not really all that valuable to you. And it makes me feel better about my decision to end a series. And it's just like the free ebooks that I do on my blog. I get nothing for doing those. It takes me about an hour and a half every morning. I love doing it, and it's like my coffee wake-up time. I have my coffee, I do the free ebooks, but now I have an ASMR channel, and I could very well put my time into listening to different sounds in the public domain, or even just doing research for that, and spend that hour and a half on that instead of the free ebooks. So I've been trying to get people to show their support for the free ebooks. I post free ebooks, 10, for like regular adults, 6 for kids, free box sets. It's a lot of free stuff. And people are saving a nice chunk of money by getting free ebooks, yet they're not willing to spend $1 a month to continue to have access to my lists. And I love knowing that because it makes me feel like the list is not all that valuable. So if I stop doing it, I don't have to feel bad that I have taken that away from everyone who enjoys the free ebooks. Yes, they enjoy it as long as it's there. They'll use it. But if they don't value it enough to pledge $1 a month to keep that going, there's absolutely no value in it to them, because $1 a month is nothing. And so I like that. I like how I can judge, is this something worth it? Will I really feel guilty if I take this away from my viewers? I feel guilty not at all. If it's not worth $1 a month to you, that's a very good sign to me that it's a series that can go bye-bye, whether it's a video series or something I do on my blog or whatever else. And that is what feels very good about Patreon, is when people are willing to be a patron. And I say this because YouTube has, put new restrictions on when you can start earning with your videos. And a lot of people are moving to fan funding, which is really cool and awesome. And you do find where you have value. Believe it or not, my value is in my potty mouth and my honesty. And even though some people hate that so much, the potty mouth part, and a lot of people who say, oh, I love your honesty, they only love it as long as they're hearing something they want to hear. If my honest truth is something they don't like, all of a sudden, they fucking hate me. and that awesomeness about me being honest has disappeared. That's no... Camera position might have changed. I got interrupted by my mother, and I completely forgot what I was talking about because, it's like so interesting. So I had to actually upload the end of that and watch it to see what I was saying. So fascinating. I was talking about, finding value in what you do. And I know that when we upload videos, the only real feedback we get is, comments. People say, I love this so much. I find that comments are not a good way to judge things because, like I said, people will say things that make you think they're with you forever, and they're not. I'm telling you, they're not. You can even just change a little bit of what you're doing or how you do it, and they'll slam you. People didn't want me to go from, silly stuff to crafting things. I understand that's, a radical change. But, it's hard to judge what you really should be doing. So the thing is, all you can count on is being true to yourself. What makes you happy? What is your realness? And don't worry if your viewers are going to like it or not, because they'll like something one day and hate it the next. And you'll always have a new audience if you change the way you do things, and you'll always lose a lot of audience when you change the way you do things. But it all balances out. I've done significant changes on my channel, from couponing to silliness to vlog style to crafting. I've just done it all, to family friendly to potty mouth. And there's always those who despise it, and there's always those who love it. And it's those who love the real you, the way you like to be. Those are the ones who will stick around. For the most part. They leave too. Everybody leaves. People tire of things. And, so the only thing you can do is really make yourself happy. And don't worry about the people who say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. If people heard how many comments I get saying I should not swear in my videos, you would think I was nuts to continue swearing. But you should have heard all the feedback I got in messages, private messages, in the comments, via email, of people who were so disappointed in me that I went from the funny, silly stuff that they loved me for to doing crumb quilting. Now, that's when big light bulb, and I was like, oh my God. Nobody would say, oh, well, you better stop doing crumb quilting. Crumb quilting isn't a bad thing. Swearing isn't either. It's who I am, and I'm going to continue to do it. I don't care how many people hate it. And then I do always have to remember there are people who are actually paying to see those videos. So I do it. It's who I am, and I enjoy it very much. It's very freeing. All right, that's enough of a therapy session. The whole point is do what you want, do what you like, and take it from there. So that's it. I will be back with the February midway update. No, we're not in February anymore. We're in March. So I will be back with the, halfway for March. I will actually be in Memphis. So I come back on the 18th. So that will be a little bit late also, the first 2 weeks of March update. But I will do it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Bye.